Morning. They're a little young.
That they are.
They look a little nervous.
I need all flight crews to report to their designated areas immediately.
Major. Barlett.
Sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others from around the world. And you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interest. Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July. And you will once again be fighting for our freedom. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
Thank you for that inspiring speech, President Whitmore. On this episode, we are revisiting 1996 and Independence Day.
25 years.
25 years of the time of this recording. Wow. This is the Back to the Past podcast, folks, and my name is Kevin, and I'm going to be joined on this episode by none other than...
Justin.
And...
Brad.
Hey, imagine that. Same trio.
Oh, no.
Episode after episode.
We've never left.
Nope. Nope. Same thing. Over and over and over.
So, I don't know if you guys remember this, but roughly 25 years ago, you'd walk into something like Circuit City, and this would be playing on every TV.
Right, because it was the...
Technical showcase at that point.
Right, showing off, hey, look at all this new quality video and high technology.
DVD.
Yeah.
Walmart, Best Buy, any place that had TVs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what you could always pick out is you'd walk down the TVs, and when they're doing the beam down to destroy something, some of them were blue, some of them were like kind of a green, and some were in the middle.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now TVs today have demo modes and stuff.
Yeah, built in.
Yeah, retail mode.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty wild to think about that they do that, but, you know, TVs now have software built into them and computer boards and all that great stuff.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Just like mini computers with a big old integrated display. It's very underpowered computers, we'll say. 1996. This was a movie that I actually did get to see in theaters with one of my friends. So it was, you walk out of there thinking, you know, kind of looking up thinking, wonder if that could happen. You know, makes you wonder.
I was right at the height of my... I think I was 12. Yeah, 12. I'm pretty sure I saw it with Mom. But yeah, I was in theater, and it was me and my X-Files, all the ghostly conspiracy stuff that I was doing 12 years old. This was like candy for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was all of 8. I definitely didn't see it in theater. But as soon as it came out on that VHS, cousins and I would definitely sit down and watch that a few times.
I forgot to dig it out. I still have the VHS of it.
Oh.
Look at you.
Now, was it one of those VHSs that had the holographic on the front with the, or am I thinking of a different?
Mine wasn't.
Okay.
I'm assuming that may be a thing then, but I don't know.
That was something that my mom and I shared. She liked to kind of get like the cooler box for a lot of the stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
We got the cheapest box.
Now, I mean, it depended. Like if
Times
it was,
have changed.
Yeah. If it was like something related to, Jurassic Park and aliens and stuff like that, she'd get the cooler box. If it was something for her, she didn't care as much.
Right. Just get the basic.
Yeah.
So this released back on July the 3rd of 1996, appropriately release. Made approximately $50.2 million on that opening weekend, on its way to $306 million in the U.S. approximately. And this was really quite stunning to me to find out that it made approximately $817.4 million worldwide.
Yeah.
It did very well overseas.
For being a very rah-rah American, tale.
Yeah, it's definitely catering to the America folks.
Yeah.
I have a feeling the whole aliens invading was the selling point, and everyone, all the rest was just kind of like, eh. We're so used to Americans doing that anyways. Although this one was a little over the top with some of that.
Well, and the other thing that, we watched that little short, making of Independence Day. Kind of very corny Jeff Goldblum doing the whole, we're going to show you around this secret base.
Yeah,
Right.
blurring the lines between behind the scenes and this is real.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of like what the Ninja Turtles did with the behind the shell tour stuff.
So, in that same vein, definitely. You can tell the set that they used. He just ran back and forth in that little horseshoe of that hallway. But besides that, it showed a lot of stuff that back then was really cool. That was stuff you'd see on Discovery Channel movie magic stuff.
Right. Very high tech for the time.
One of the shots that I just guess I didn't realize how they did it was how they blew up stuff on the street, and they had to hang these streets up, not upside down, but
they were more vertical. Right.
Because fire, goes up when you explode things, and how can we make fire spread out? Let's just hang it on its side.
Right. Yeah, it was
cool.
kind of at an angle. They said
10 degrees. I think
something
they
like
said.
that. Just so that the flames would go up, and it made sense when you think about it. You're like,
But back to my original point of why I actually started talking about that is at one point they said what the movie's supposed to be about. And obviously alien invasion, that's surface level stuff. But what Roland Emmerich's trying to do is or what they said the
what
inspiration.
He says he's trying to do.
Yeah, what they said the inspiration was behind was all the stuff happening in LA riots, fires, earthquakes, all that stuff that, happened early 90s. And how people came together. That's what he was trying to aim for. Mm-hmm. Yeah, whether it hit that or not, you be the judge of that. But
right, yeah.
I could kind of see a little bit how it could do kind of well overseas.
The most recent example would probably be 9/11.
Yeah,
when everybody kind of put aside their differences for a couple weeks, and
various disasters across the world, a thing will happen, and sometimes people put their differences aside and kind of try to figure it out. Mm-hmm. Other times, not so much.
Right.
In this case, I was reading, there's some really interesting info about the issues in Lebanon in particular, how they would censor the movie because they don't like any kind of depictions of Israelis and Iranians or Hezbollah or those types working together, like was shown in this. So they were not thrilled with the movie, but for that aspect, it had nothing to do with the rest.
Right.
They objected because people
were working
together who are their mortal enemies.
Right.
And I thought that's fascinating.
But how human is that?
Isn't it right?
Like,
Isn't it
that just... Let's say we were invaded. You know, like, the first couple weeks, just like recent events, things would kind of, hey, well, let's work together and solve this.
Mm-hmm.
Then people would get tired of that. And about a couple months later, nobody likes each other anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're screwed if we get invaded. I'm just saying.
Human nature.
Oh yeah, I mean that's probably the one thing in rewatching it, going since last year. Like whenever you watch the movie and it seems everyone is completely caught off guard with, oh, there are these giant alien ships and they're using parts of our network against us and we know nothing about how any of this works. And it's like, and then you find out later in the movie that, well, actually we know more about it than we let on.
Right.
That's the one thing that I don't really buy, is that they would be so, we don't know about any of this so early. It's like, either they would be completely over the top dismissive of it, or they'd be like, oh yeah, we're totally prepared for this. They kind of took the middle route.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't extreme enough one way or the other. But that's movies.
Yeah.
Movie magic.
Yeah. You're not going to get that twist later on that, well, actually, we know more about... You got to have that twist in there.
Right. Well, actually, that's not entirely true.
You got to have that Columbo moment.
Yeah.
And another thing.
Yeah.
Now, didn't he say, oh, a crash landed in Roswell? Did they throw that in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember
Yep.
that correctly. Okay. I mean, come on, that's fun.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing that I found was apparently the military was really big on supporting it, because they're like, oh, heavy military movie, support this. But then they caught wind of the Area 51 stuff in it, and they pulled all their support.
Like, nope,
Like,
done.
nope, we
We're
don't
out.
want to have anything to do with this.
What's Area 51? Well, I don't know. It doesn't exist.
Nope.
It's after Area 50. It's like elevator floor 13. There isn't one. Just goes from 12 to 14.
Or is it... was it Japan that they skip? Is it 3 or 4? Or is it China? I'm getting confused. But one of them, like the name for the number is similar to death.
9.
Okay.
9 is the unlucky death number. I think it's Japan.
Yeah, and like it's interesting how each country kind of has their own number. That's like, oh, that's unlucky.
Which, if I remember correctly, that's why there wasn't an iPhone 9.
I wonder if that's why there's not a Windows 9.
I think so.
Oh,
I think that's the reason.
That could
Look at that.
very well
Yeah.
be.
As we're on the cusp of,
Because I remember
as we're recording, right, like the week before
Right.
the reveal of whatever the next Windows is.
Right.
Because I remember whenever iPhone X, I guess it was, came out, I'm sitting here like, well, there should be 9. There's 9 of them. Why is there 9? And then like it dawned on me later, oh, I think I know why there's not a 9. Okay.
Well, we learned something today.
Yeah.
I mean, Samsung had a Galaxy 9. They had the 9 line.
Isn't
They're
that weird?
Korean, Kevin.
Okay.
They don't care.
Okay. It's a little different.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do love my Samsung.
Fair.
I think I died a little inside when I said that.
So Independence Day made all that money on an estimated $75 million budget.
That's pretty good.
It's a good ROI
Yeah.
and a significant amount of marketing push behind it, starting with the Super Bowl trailer. Teaser.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what perfect time to announce a movie.
Yeah.
Like anywhere.
Something like that. It's going to be on July 4th. It's about that and all that stuff.
And do you know, I mean, if you, honestly, if you're going to title it something like that, you know it's going to do fairly well.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to announce it at something big like that, I mean, that's just cementing it.
I mean, Super Bowl is basically another American holiday, an excuse to drink and
Essentially.
eat as much as you want.
Right.
Yeah,
Gluttony.
essentially.
Surprise.
Just
Yeah.
the month after Gluttony Part 2. Anyway.
Yeah, you got that wham bam of Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Super Bowl. Like, it's engorge yourself.
Every couple
single
weeks.
one. Yeah.
It's no wonder people gain over winter.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, that marketing cycle must have been like
Intense, I would imagine.
yeah, pretty solid.
So 67% critic approval and 75% audience on Rotten Tomatoes. Got a 59 on Metascore for Metacritic. 2 hour and 25 minute runtime on the original cut. And then there's an extended cut out there with an extra 9 minutes, which I think the 9 minutes is just really more, I think, a little character development. Maybe a couple extra scenes that I haven't bothered looking up or looking for.
Yeah, I haven't seen them.
Was this one of those movies that had the alternate ending thing, or was that like same like studio but just different movies? Because I know they touted that when DVDs came out.
So there is the alternate scene of the ending with Russell and his plane, or he's not in the fighter jet that he is in the movie. He's in the
Crop duster.
crop dusting plane, but kind of hard to shoot a missile from a crop duster.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, what
So-
gives you that idea?
Science.
What are you saying? You shoot a missile out of a crop duster and you go backwards?
you might.
Crop duster that's going about 80 miles an hour at most.
Yeah, so as we mentioned, this was directed and co-written by Roland Emmerich, who's before that he had Universal Soldier in '92 with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren. Then he also was pretty well known for Stargate in '94 with Kurt Russell and James Spader.
And I know on the set of that's where they came up with the idea for this.
Right, it was like right after Stargate finished, they were going through some like interview questions and stuff like that, and that's like, hey, Dean, I think we got an idea for our next movie. Just talk about, do you believe in aliens, and do you think that something like that's real? And like, oh, okay,
Well, let's write it.
yep.
It's almost like a Roger Corman kind of thing where it's like, oh, people are talking about aliens. Let's make an alien movie.
Yeah. Yeah. So then he also did Godzilla, which we've talked about on a previous episode.
Sure did.
I would like to say the episode is better than the film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Then a movie that I really do enjoy, The Patriot in 2000 with Mel Gibson and Heath Ledger. Kind of about Revolutionary War kind of times and stuff like that. I enjoyed the film. To me,
I will have to
movie.
go back and watch that. It's been a while.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't seen him probably 15 years.
Yeah, really enjoyed it. It was like one of Heath Ledger's first big roles.
That was, I think, the first time I really recognized him.
Yeah. And then you've got another disaster film, The Day After Tomorrow in 2004.
Guilty pleasure.
Yeah, fair.
At the time, I did really like it quite a bit. And this was leading up to, 2012 stuff. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then we've got White House Down in 2013.
Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, interesting pairing, but it apparently worked, I guess. I don't know how popular the film was. I've never seen it.
Neither have I.
Then there was Independence Day Resurgence in 2016 with Liam Hemsworth, Jeff Goldblum, Bill Pullman. I think Judd Hirsch also came back for that.
Brent Spiner showed up.
Yeah.
It's one of those we tried to get everyone back, and not everyone wanted to, so did the best we could.
Right. Then one of his most recent big movies that may be known would be Midway in 2019. About the battle over Midway, stuff like that. Again, another film I haven't seen.
Mm-mm.
Also co-written by Dean Devlin. Then we have David Arnold was the composer of a Grammy-winning score performed by a 90-member orchestra and a 40-person choir. I thought the music in the film was good.
I would describe it as serviceable for that type of movie.
Right.
It's not your John Williams.
It's not
It
something
tried
that we,
hard, though.
Oh, it wanted
sure.
to
Tried
be.
hard.
It wanted to be. I mean, it was that serviceable for like I really like the buildup of this movie and the music with it.
Yep.
But after
A certain point.
it turns to traditional hurrah military movie, brassy kind of sound, and it just kind of loses me. I like the mystery
So
of the first part.
almost
music.
the opposite of Aliens, where as the movie progresses, things go crazy, but in a good way. This goes crazy, but in a bad way.
Sort of. I mean, it's one of those things like whenever you're watching the movie, I don't notice the music as much. It doesn't stand out as much as I would think it would.
Yeah, to me, it's more all about the visuals
Yeah.
I mean,
and the dialogue.
this movie was touted for the visuals back in the day. I mean, again, with the example of the TVs we just led with, you know.
And on a CRT, looks great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you watch it on high def Blu-ray or 4K or something like that. You're like, didn't age as well as you would have thought.
It jumps out a little more.
Those models, though. All the miniatures they used.
The model work
was
is
fantastic.
great.
It's nice.
That is great.
Yeah, the special effects team that came up with all those things, wonderful. So the premise of this movie, before we get into the cast, the ultimate encounter when mysterious and powerful aliens launch an all-out invasion against the human race. The spectacle begins when massive spaceships appear in Earth's skies, but wonder turns to terror as the ships blast destructive beams of fire down on cities all over the planet. Now the world's only hope lies with a determined band of survivors uniting for one last strike against the invaders before it's the end of mankind.
As we know it.
Scary.
You know, one thing that this movie does actually do pretty well, there are a lot of characters, but the way it touches on them and the way it follows each of their stories, it does a pretty good job.
Yeah, I know.
Most movies with this many characters, we'll say a lot of superhero movies at this point, maybe less so with like your Marvel stuff, but maybe other ones don't do so great.
Right. And I think with this, I know there's been a lot of criticism that, there's so many different characters and there's not a whole lot of time to go into backstories, and I don't feel that it needed it.
No. There are certain characters they spend more time on, i.e. Jeff Goldblum's character, Will Smith, President Guy. But beyond that, everybody's kind of like the connecting piece to those people, and I don't know, I feel like it does a pretty good job.
Yeah. I mean, 2 hours and 25-minute runtime, there's some time to build up some things. Which you don't really think about it, that it is that long until you look and see, it's like, oh my God, that movie's almost 2.5 hours long. You figure something like this is going to be a 2-hour runtime, boom. Let's do as many showings as possible.
2 to 210, somewhere in there. That perfect cushion for any blockbuster movie. Looking at you, Jurassic Park.
But it felt fine. I mean, I honestly thought it could have gone even longer, and I would have been fine with it, I think. I don't know, it's a movie that I enjoy.
I think Justin gives this example pretty frequently. If it's on TV and it's some holiday weekend and I don't have anything to do,
nothing else to do.
I'll sit down and watch it. It's fun.
Yeah, pick up wherever it is in the movie and finish it out. Is it that way for you, Justin?
For about, maybe if it's in the first half, I'll give the first half. The second half kind of grates on me a bit.
Fair.
Yeah.
I agree there's too many characters, and there's not enough for all of them to do other than being convenient for the plot. And that's my biggest complaint, is that it's just too convenient, where they just happen to be in the right spot at the right time to do the right thing.
Right.
Like, most of it I can forgive, but the one time that really makes me want, it's the only thing that really makes me want to throw something, is whenever you've got the first lady, and you've got Hiller's wife, girlfriend, wife, whatever she is.
Jasmine, the
And
stripper.
yes, and they're having their little discussion, which is fine. But then out of nowhere, the helicopter arrives.
Yep.
In it's Los Angeles, which is
Large.
a very large area
Large metropolitan
that is
area.
completely destroyed. How did he know to go to that one spot,
Just drops that helicopter
just
down
right
in front of
there,
him.
to pick them up? That's very convenient.
Yeah.
They read the script.
Yeah, and that's my point, is that that's how a lot of this movie is. It's just done in a way that you don't notice it throughout most of it, but that's the one moment that it's hard to hide.
Sure. The other one that sticks out for me, especially being in the industry a little more, is when they go up to the mothership and plant the virus.
Yeah, that's the other one that's...
Yeah.
Now,
I have
how's
so
that-
many questions
How's
about
that work?
Right.
Do you think that something that is so advanced that it can cross who knows how many light years in distance, that can, survive, and not only survive, but thrive actively in space and invade, would be susceptible to a computer virus made by humans? I find that fascinating.
Yeah, how would we know how to code that?
Right. How would you even know how to enter to even plant it, much less write a code for
How
it?
did you get on their network?
Because I've dabbled enough with like web coding to know that just because you know JavaScript does not mean you can write in C++. And those are both human
Created.
basic languages, kind of the ones that you have to know to really progress
A lot
farther.
of starting points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
David kept up with the binary or whatever the code
well,
for
his
the countdown.
well, the binary was, binaries.
just
That's
ones and
binary.
zeros
That's
and-
no
and
big
zero.
deal.
Yep.
That it's just I just
Don't think too much into this.
That's
it's
the
a
problem.
Popcorn movie.
that's the problem, is you cannot turn the brain on for any of it.
Some folks can.
It is you really have to dull the brain quite a bit.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
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 That's fair.
But the first half, I love the first half.
So, what's your favorite Roland Emmerich film? If you can use all of that in the same sentence for
Well,
some people.
I'm going to throw this out there. To me, Roland Emmerich has tried in his career to be the new Steven Spielberg, and that
Nope.
doesn't happen. I don't have one.
What's the most tolerable?
I put Roland Emmerich in the same category as Michael Bay. To give you an idea of my thoughts on
boy.
Roland Emmerich.
Wow.
Yeah, the difference is at least Emmerich can make really good visuals.
True.
He has a nice looking movies. They're just don't go digging deep in any of them.
Yeah. For me, it'd be a toss up kind of between Independence Day and Patriot. I almost kind of want to give the nod to Patriot just because I like the historical aspect of it. I mean, it's not true historical, but it's
Most movies based on stuff like that aren't.
right.
Sure.
I think it's a good story.
That's kind of where I feel with like Stargate. I find it interesting, and I like how different it is, but I was never a Stargate fan, and definitely not a fan of the shows. But the movie, yeah, it was at least interesting enough. Plus, it has Kurt Russell, and I
like Kurt Russell.
really like Kurt Russell.
How about you, Brad?
I'm gonna go with Independence Day.
I knew it.
Fair.
Yeah,
knew it.
Yeah,
I
that makes
enjoy.
sense for me.
I was at the perfect age for something like this.
Yep.
I mean,
I will
kinda
say,
were too.
for moments, this movie has more of my favorite moments.
okay.
There are some fantastic little. One of my favorites is the one scene on top of the. Oh God! I hope they bring back Elvis,
Yes. Right, when they're showing.
because you know there would be all of those
There'd be a lot of them.
Come down and say hello.
Right.
Take me with
I mean, Close Encounters of the Third Kind is a perfect example where they would have like those little groups of people who just somehow knew where to be to see the lights showing up. Mm-hmm. Same thing.
Yeah, Jasmine's telling her friend, don't go there. It's going to be too dangerous. Get out of town. Promise me. Okay. And she still goes there. She's got her little sign. And
Woo!
yeah.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But I thought this movie had a pretty good cast.
Cast is great.
Yeah. I mean, you've got
There's quite a few names in there.
Oh, yeah. Even minor characters or like not even last name characters. They're like, oh, I know that guy from
This other thing.
like the I guess he's the owner, manager, whatever, the strip club thing. I don't
Oh,
remember what
Mario.
yeah. That guy is in Ace Ventura as Aguado.
Huh.
Okay.
Because every time I'm like, that's the jerk from Ace Ventura.
Yeah, so you got Will Smith, who really hadn't broken into films yet. This is
This was very early.
Yeah, this was his like big
Kind of
movie
breakout.
break.
Yeah, because prior to this, I know it was Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince and his
Yeah.
rap career.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was it. And then, the next year you've got Men in Black. And then his just career
Wild
just,
Wild West, for better or worse.
Right. Career just skyrockets.
Yeah.
You've got Bill Pullman, who kind of in my mind, you're kind of surprised that he didn't have a better career.
Right.
Because, I think he does a pretty good job in this.
He does pretty good in this. He does really good in Spaceballs. So he can do
Yeah.
the comedy and the drama.
Right?
It's just whenever I see him in this, he reminds me of William Shatner quite a bit with some of his line deliveries.
Right.
He has some of those pauses that are almost Shatner-esque in this.
And the look on his face sometimes, the way he's delivering his lines, how he's so serious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's probably my biggest issue with it. It takes itself too seriously for what it is. Mm-hmm. I think it needs to be sillier.
Yeah.
There's moments of silly, but there's moments of like, we're taking this super serial.
Like Jeff Goldblum getting drunk and throwing shit around that office.
Yeah, more of that.
We got to destroy everything.
Yeah.
More.
Yep.
I mean, Harvey Fierstein was
Perfect.
perfect. More of that.
Yep. So Will Smith plays Captain Stephen Hiller, who I think he wants to be a astronaut.
And you know how we know that? Because he's got pictures of spaceships in his locker.
Mm-hmm. And he gets that letter, which is Buddy, which we'll get into in a bit, reads, says he's been declined. Bill Pullman plays President Thomas J. Whitmore. I don't understand the whole, we got to throw in a middle initial. Like John F. Kennedy.
Richard
President
M.
John
Nixon.
Kennedy.
Yeah.
Makes him
Rutherford
sound,
B. Hayes,
Yeah, makes him sound more presidential.
Yep. Yeah.
I guess.
Got Jeff Goldblum, as we mentioned, playing David Levinson. And
So he's playing himself.
pretty much. Yeah, I mean, Jeff Goldblum is playing a Jeff Goldblum character.
Yeah.
Kind
I mean,
of very similar to Jurassic Park.
after Jurassic Park, that's pretty much all he plays as is himself. Prior to that, he actually had different. I mean, The Fly is a perfect example.
Right.
Yeah. I still want to go back and rewatch that.
Oh yeah,
Same.
it is great.
You got Judd Hirsch, who plays David's father, Julius Levinson. Judd
love
Hirsch
Judd Hirsch.
steals pretty much every scene he's in.
Oh yeah,
He's
most things in
fantastic.
general,
Right.
But in this, definitely.
Fantastic in this role. Mary McDonnell has a very small role as the First Lady, Marilyn Whitmore. Robert.
Robert Loggia.
Yeah. I mean, you know who he is every time that you see him.
Family Guy ruined him for me because there's that one bit where Peter makes some comment about leaving a message on Robert Loggia's answering machine, and his answering machine message is, or no, it's, he did one time he did it with that. The other time he's in an airport, and he has to spell out his name because like, can you spell that? He's like, yeah, sure. Robert Loggia. That's R as in Robert Loggia. O as in, oh my God, it's Robert Loggia. B as in, boy, I wonder what it'd be like to meet Robert Loggia. I mean, and it goes on through the whole thing. And it's just, every time I hear his name, I just hear that bit.
That's fair. So he plays General William Gray. Just an old grizzled, veteran military guy. So in this picture, he's part of the Marines. It was never really established, but he wanted to be in the Marines for this one.
Very supportive of the president too.
Correct. Yes.
Very much on his side.
Yeah. You have Randy Quaid, Uncle Eddie,
playing basically what he turned into.
Right.
Yeah.
As a good old crop dusting Vietnam veteran, been abducted by aliens.
Yeah.
Russell Case. And he does a fantastic job in his role.
Yeah, I have to admit, the way they establish him, it's a little jarring because it's like, why are we cutting to this drunkard in the cornfield? Like, what is going on? But he's one of my favorite characters in it.
Yeah. I mean,
the schleppy guy who ends up being the most important one of the whole thing.
Yeah.
So Jar Jar Binks was supposed to be the most important one of the prequels before he got backlash after episode 1. Mm-hmm. Is there any correlation between Russell Case and Jar Jar Binks?
Never seen the two in the same room before.
Right. Yeah.
Margaret Cullen is Constance Spano, who is David's... Are they officially divorced or are they separated?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
She's a assistant to the president, so she works in the White House. Obviously, she has close relationship there. Not that they're doing anything, which is what David kind of thought, that, she puts all this effort into her career, which gets her to working with the White House. And apparently there's a line a little bit later in the movie where David apparently had punched the president before he was president.
You punched the president in the face? He wasn't the president yet.
Right. At some fundraiser function. Yeah. Yeah. And Vivica A. Fox plays Jasmine Dubrow, who is the fiance. Well, I don't even know if she's a fiance at that point.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's like a girlfriend.
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, he's got a ring.
That's right. He's going to propose.
Right.
That's
He
yeah.
propose to her because there's that funny scene in the locker room with him and Harry Connick Jr., who plays Captain Jimmy Wilder.
Very small role.
Very small because his character, spoiler, gets killed off. Ross Bagley plays Dylan. He's Jasmine's son. So he would be Will Smith's character's stepson in the future. And, I remember him playing in the Little Rascals movie.
That's right. I kept trying to think where else I saw him in.
Yeah. And, I mean, he was funny in that. He was also in Fresh Prince. So it was not he and Will Smith's first time working together. Now, here's a name that you don't recognize the name, but you definitely recognize the face.
Oh, yeah.
James Rebhorn plays the scummy Secretary of Defense, Albert Nimzicki.
He's really good at playing those weasel characters.
Well, he looks like a weasel.
He does.
Kind of got that pointy nose, that
real thin.
the way the face and head shape. It's like, yeah, I can see. Yeah, it's just who you do.
Yeah.
You do you, and you do you well.
And whenever I said earlier that Robert Loggia's on the president's side, I wouldn't say that he's necessarily not on the president's side. It's just he's stereotypical Secretary of Defense. We have to bomb them. We have to attack. We have to.
That goes well.
Which is kind of against what the president's trying to do for most of the movie. But yeah, he's something else.
Right. I mean, that scene on Air Force One is just great when Julius is kind of going off, none of you be alive if it wasn't for my David. And he starts talking about Area 51 and Roswell, and you had that stuff back in the 50s and the 40s. Stuff like. And that's when Whitmore's like, no, none of this is true. Well,
That's not entirely accurate.
right. And then that look that Pullman gives, kind of
The
cocks his head to
Goldblum's
the
like,
side a
wait,
little
which
bit.
part?
Right. Yeah, it's great. As you mentioned, Harvey Fierstein.
Oh,
as
everything he
Marty
does.
Gilbert. Yeah.
Again, he only plays that one type of character.
The kind of antsy, panicky.
Yeah. Very 90s, over the top, flamboyant.
Yep. Yeah, like he would have been great in Birdcage.
Oh, yeah.
We were going to watch that last night, too.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he'd have fit in very well in that film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, you see when David comes into the office, towards the beginning or whatever, and all this panic is kind of starting to go on, and you see the Fanta soda machine or whatever, and then you see all these Coke cans and stuff like that. It's like, product placement.
A little bit.
Big product placement.
And I did find out Coke had the deal with that, so a lot of Coke products in here.
Yeah. And we've got Adam Baldwin. Kind of plays a small role. Major Mitchell. He's the one that is tasked with shooting the can off the spaceship.
One of the many Baldwin brothers.
Yeah.
Bombed in South Park. I guess it was a South Park movie that started the war between Canada and the U.S. because Canada bombed the Baldwin house.
Oh, boy. He doesn't look like the other Baldwins. Billy
Not
Baldwin,
really. No.
David, Alec. Then we've got Brent. Is it Spinner or Spiner?
Spiner.
Spiner.
Probably most known for being Data in Star Trek The Next Generation.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of stuff, and he's a really, really good
is.
actor.
Every time you see him, Data.
But yeah, that's he's been so recognized for that role, it's hard to...
Break out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plays Dr. Brackish Oaken.
Which I found out, his character and his name are based on
Somebody that worked...
one of the
that
crew.
worked with
I can't remember.
Emmerich on other movies.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was like a technical
Or special effects.
special
or something.
effects something person.
Yeah, like they based his look.
Is it like that person passed away kind of thing? And there was like
No, he's just a
still
weird
alive.
guy.
Oh.
And they were like, let's just base him after him.
Yeah.
I mean, use the same last name and everything.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Same look, too, with the kind of long white hair. And
Oh, yeah. And he's probably overall my favorite character in the movie, but that's because he's so ridiculously over the top.
Right.
because the way he thinks about things, normal people don't think like that.
He reminds me, honestly, this may be crazy, but think of him in terms of the Doctor from Doctor Who. He reminds me a lot of that, where his mind isn't focused on like the immediate threat. It's on
Bigger picture.
something else that's related to it. And everyone else is very critical because, like, how can you not be like, because this has been very exciting. Everything's been lighting up. They're like, people are dying out there.
Right.
And he's like,
Yeah, he's very childlike.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
an adult.
yeah. He definitely comes across like a guy who's been locked up underground doing his
Right.
scientific research for years.
Like, isn't there one line in there? When's the last time you've been outside? It's just great because he's so excited about all this stuff. It's like, oh my God, wait till you see this.
Oh, yeah. Well, and it's funny, if you watch any kind of, like, we're sending a satellite into space and it's going to do the thing that we've been waiting 8 years for it to do the thing, whenever people are interviewed, they're just like that.
Right.
They're very much like, oh, this is so exciting.
Right,
And all
this
of
is
this.
my life's work.
Yeah.
is to this moment.
Yeah, we've been sitting here waiting 10 years for it to reach this place, and now it's going to do this in 30 seconds.
It's going to do the thing.
It's like the models that they built for the movie. It took them like 6 months to do the models, $50,000 for like the White House, and then they blow it up in like
Half
2
a
seconds.
second.
A few seconds. Yeah. James Duvall plays Miguel.
Remember Freb from Gone 60 Seconds? Yeah, that's him.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those the only two things I can ever name him in.
Right.
But
You're kind of surprised. I mean, he's a good-looking guy.
yeah.
You would have thought he might have had a bigger career.
Yeah,
I mean-
and for as little role as he had, especially in Gone 60 Seconds, but I thought he did pretty good in both of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then, you got the sister. I can't remember her name. I didn't put it in the notes, but she's also in Mrs. Doubtfire. So she plays the daughter in that movie.
The older daughter.
I think, yeah.
Well, the oldest of the kids.
Yeah, I was looking up some of
Is
those.
it like Laurie Strub or something like that?
Yeah, some
Might
of
be
those
her name.
people went on to do other
Yeah.
very recognizable things, and it's like, you never know.
Then we've got you can't mistake this gentleman, Dan Lauria. Plays the dad on Wonder Years. It's one of his best known roles. He's still active as an actor, and he's still the same. He plays the same guy every time. He's a commanding officer. They don't really give him a name. He's just a commanding officer that you see primarily at the beginning of the movie when everything's starting to go to shit's hitting the fan.
There's a lot of various uniformed personnel throughout the movie, and at a certain point, it's just like, army guy.
Army guy number 2.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And another guy whose name you won't recognize, but you'll recognize his face, Robert Pine, is the chief of staff. I know him most from Chips. The 70s television show with Eric Estrada, about California Highway Patrol motorcycle.
Yep.
I guess it's California Highway Interstate Patrol. I don't know. I don't remember what CHIPS stands for,
No.
quote unquote.
Because not all the letters are capitalized.
Correct. The I is
I think the I and the S are not.
correct.
Something like that.
Motorcycle cops. And he plays like the sergeant of the department or whatever. And that's what I know him most from. But you see him and you're like, I know you. Then we've got Frank Welker, one of the two voice folks that did special vocal effects.
Frank, we're going to need you to come in for a couple hours and just make some screeching sounds.
Make some noise.
Yeah.
All right.
It's an alien. I don't know. Screech.
Yeah.
You've played an alien before, right?
Sure. Yeah.
It's just amazing the kind of career these voice actors can have.
It's,
And you never see their face until they're doing interviews at
Comic-Con.
Comic-Cons or something. Yeah.
I mean, I still, to this day, think they have one of the coolest
Oh, yeah.
jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Absolute coolest. They don't necessarily have to be completely in the spotlight. Their voice is the spotlight. Like, that's what people love about them.
You don't have to get dressed up fancy to go to work.
Right.
Show up whatever you're wearing.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
You don't
go
have to
home.
really put makeup on or anything. I
No.
mean,
I haven't cut my hair in 4 months.
now, where this kind of starts to change a little bit, and we've seen this more with like video games, is like a lot of the capture that they do with voice and
Yeah.
the acting.
Yeah,
Motion
that's
capture.
yeah,
The motion capture. Yeah.
yeah. That's a little different.
So, for what that's worth, but still, like all the VO is,
Yeah.
what a cool job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to get credit, get paid, Screen Actors Guild card, and yeah, and your name is tied to a project forever. I mean, some people that's all you know them as is a voice actor.
And that's the great thing is you can go out in public, go about your daily life, and people aren't going to mob you
Aren't going to recognize you.
because all they know is their voice, and
Unless you start,
you can disguise it if you wanted to,
because you're a voice
because
actor.
you're a voice actor.
Yeah, I mean, look at the career like Mark Hamill.
Oh,
Best
yeah.
known for Luke Skywalker, but the only other screen movie I can remember him being in was was it Endless Summer or something like that? I can't remember specifically, but he hasn't had many other on-screen.
And
roles.
most of his have been like low budget flops, and
Correct.
very few people have seen him anyways.
But his VO work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Joker, an animated Batman the Animated Series, and now with the new, was it Masters of the Universe Revelation or something like that? That's what they're calling the new series coming out on Netflix.
He was in Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
He was in the new Chucky movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
mean-
was the voice of Chucky in that film. But yeah, his voice work is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. and he can stay as scraggly as he wants, and it's great the kind of careers that people can have, and it can help extend their careers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, think mostly in like on the men's side of things, the older that they get, the more gravelly their voice gets, which in some cases is really great for VO.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they could do these for years.
Like when you hear the name Vincent Price, what do you think of first?
Probably Dracula.
I think Thriller.
I could see that.
Oh yeah, I mean, the Great Mouse Detective, Ratigan.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Vincent Price, there's so many different things you can go on, but I think the majority of people, if you ask that question, first they'd be like, "Who's that?" Then next to you, like, so if you listen to Thriller, the only other person that you hear performing in that song, that's Vincent Price. Mm-hmm. Very creepy, unmistakable voice.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of memorable scenes and quotes from this film that we could probably fill 2-3 hours just going over if we really wanted to break everything down.
Mm-hmm.
We know how the movie opens. I mean, it opens at SETI, whatever.
Search for extraterrestrial intelligence.
Yeah. The guy, I guess, on watch, he's playing putt-putt there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair,
You're right. You're killing time. Nothing ever really happens.
yeah.
So all of a sudden he hears that. You're hearing REM's "It's the End of the World."
Which, from what I understand, kind of going through some of the trivia stuff, they were supposed to actually use a different song,
Really?
but they couldn't
Rights.
work it out or something, so they ended up going with this. But I can't remember what the original song was, but I think this one works better.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very, it's a nice little foreshadowing moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, he hears that noise and he kind of double checks a couple things, and then he calls his superior, wakes him up, and the guy goes to jump out of his bed, and he hits his head, and he's still kind of holding his head as he's coming into the office, and then he about falls on the golf balls. Like, what? Are you trying to kill me? That's really neat how they're doing that, and then they determine that, oh yeah, it's just 300 and something thousand kilometers away from Earth. And, which is at the moon, because that's how the movie opens.
They found that out awfully quick.
Yes.
I'll just throw that out there.
Yeah. It's like you're not noticing something like this that's at the moon.
Well, and
You'd think you would notice it before you heard it.
Correct.
If it's only at the moon. And it's, from what they're saying, a quarter the size of the moon.
right, and to throw another wrench in here, the way we track celestial objects,
Yeah.
and
They would have
keep
seen it
finding-
coming.
Yeah,
For a long time.
a long
Right.
time. Like, hey, there's this object out by Saturn, Neptune, whatever.
We're thinking it might get
It's
close.
kind of starting to slow down a little bit.
And it's freaking huge.
It's pretty big. It's not a object of it's not an asteroid or anything like that.
Well, that's the one line that I do like that's in it where they say, well, how do you know that it's not whatever? And he goes, well, it's slowing down. And it's all you need to
it's
say.
what?
It's what? That's all you need to know. It's not a normal celestial body. It has the ability to slow itself down without anything else impacting
Yeah,
it.
not affected by gravity.
Yeah.
And I like
that
how
way.
how he responds to that. It's what?
Yeah.
It's slowing down, sir. Because he knows, he's talking to his superiors in the military, and they're kind of getting a little antsy. Like, what? It's slowing down, sir.
It's almost like he's afraid to say.
Right.
Panic button.
Yeah.
Right. And then I think from there it kind of cuts to showing David and Julius in the park playing chess and stuff like it. And again, this is where we meet them two, and I think it's again every scene with them two together is fantastic.
Great chemistry.
Yep.
Because Julius is kind of I wouldn't say he's necessarily like a worrywart. He's trying to understand his son in a lot of things.
Very,
Grounded.
very stereotypically New York Jewish.
Yes.
Not overprotective,
Older
but
generation, yes.
yeah, very involved with your child's life and well-being,
No matter how old they are.
no matter how old they are.
They're going through, and Julius feels that David's not even paying attention while they're playing. And are you going to move? By the time this issue, something's going to happen. It's just really, really a fun little thing. And then he gets the message. He's got to go. Checkmate. No, that's not checkmate.
No, that's not checkmate. That's not checkmate.
Right.
Oh,
He's looking. He's like. That's just great. And that's when they get into the whole scene with David and I know it's Harvey Firestein, but it's
Marty. Yeah,
with Marty and going through all that. And
I will say the one thing that's nice in the scene, and I'm sure that there have been other movies before this, but this is the first like big one I can think of. Prior to this, especially in the 80s, and even some in the early 90s, who were like the big megalomaniacal evil villains? The Greenpeace, save the world, destroy the humans types. And he's we got to protect the planet, we got to save the planet, but he's not a villain. That's like one of the first big times I could think of where like the guy who's willing to save the planet isn't like looked at as a terrorist.
right.
Well, I mean, it's the 90s. We're back to, hey, we're learning things about the planet and
Recycling.
we need to do some stuff.
It's a
I mean,
big
that was
push.
like the whole ozone hole thing was big then too.
I mean, you got Magic School Bus, you got Bill Nye the Science Guy, you got a lot of very science-heavy programs for children, among other things. And
Finally, we have an eco hero
yeah,
other than Captain Planet.
right. I was just about to say, other than Captain Planet.
Yeah. I mean, I like how they introduce Captain Hiller and Jasmine.
First, I thought you were going to say Captain Planet.
No.
Wait a second, was that the extended cut?
Right.
Wait a second. Did I just have a stroke and we're talking about the wrong topic?
Yeah, they're just both, laying in bed, kind of sleeping in. The boy comes in with his little toy gun, and he's like, pew, pew, or all this stuff.
Shooting aliens.
Right. What are you doing, dude?
The one thing that I love about that scene is it's very reminiscent to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where he's waking up, going about his daily business, and through the windows, through reflections of the mirrors and stuff, there's like bulldozers that are there to destroy his house. But he's, going, brushing his
oblivious.
teeth, totally
Going
oblivious
the
to
bathroom
everything.
and-
It's very similar to that same...
It almost reminds me of Dawn of the Dead. Where you kind of wake up, go about your business, and then all of a sudden the one thing triggers, and it's like, whoa, things are not normal. What is going on?
Speaking of which, Shaun of the Dead too.
Yeah?
Going to the store, there's dead bodies all around. There's blood on the windows. I'm like, whatever. Yeah, I that style, I don't know, I'm sure there's a name for it, but I love that style where somebody's just completely oblivious to every destruction around them.
Yeah.
Then they have this moment where it's just like, what?
You see that in day-to-day people constantly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's lots of fail video compilations filled with it.
Yeah, people staring at the phone walking through a mall, and then they just fall right into the fountain.
Yep.
Or they
Walk
bang
out
their
in front
head
of a-
into like glass and the
pole.
glass shatters.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Or walk out in front of a car on a busy street and almost get hit.
Yep. Sit down in a chair, but they're too far away from the chair.
Miss it. Yeah.
And miss it.
Yeah, so Hiller and Jasmine, they feel, the vibrations, and he kind of, Jasmine, oh, it's no bigger than it's not even a 4.
It looks more than a 4.
Right. He's
But I love that also where they I mean, that'd be a very California response too.
right. In
It's just
California.
another earthquake, whatever.
Right.
No
Yeah,
big deal.
He's taking a leak in the bathroom. He looks out the window or whatever. Hey, Jasmine, get this. Neighbors moving. Must get tired of the earthquakes. And goes out to get the paper.
They see it on TV where they're talking about the affected area, and they're like,
Yep.
"Oh, look, they're talking about the earthquake on TV."
Yep.
Like, yeah, that's not the seismograph they're talking about. That's the size of the ship over the area.
Yeah. Subs his toe on the toy. And kind of looking at the paper. Then he looks up. Looking at the neighbors. They're all trying to get out of town quickly. And then he looks up. He's like, "Oh." And Jasmine comes out to say whatever, and she sees that. She's like,
And I love that last little moment where the kid pops
peeks
out for a
between
second.
their
And
legs.
pew
Yeah.
pew.
Yep.
And it's like he knew about the aliens before they did. Like they thought he was just messing around.
Right.
Kids will be kids.
Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah, you see this big old 15-mile wide spaceship out above the valley. Like, oh.
Got some of that Silent Hills fog on it.
Right. And the helicopters are kind of flying around initially, and he's supposed to be home on leave for 4th of July weekend and stuff like that. But he pisses her off because he's like, "I've got to go. I got to go help out."
But then he promises the son fireworks.
Yep.
They'll get him at the end.
Yeah, we're gonna shoot them fireworks. And she's does not want him to leave. Like, I gotta do this. What? This. And I get it from her perspective. I mean, this is something pretty wild. She feels that that's the guy that's gonna help protect her, and so she ends up picking up a shift.
Yeah.
And brings the boy with her, and the dog. Brings the dog and the boy to the strip club.
Mm-hmm.
While she's dancing.
What's the dog's name? I almost want to say Bono, but
Boomer?
I never quite.
oh yeah, I think
Is
it's
it
Boomer.
Boomer?
When as a kid, I never understood what she was saying.
When she's calling for him.
Yeah, because
right.
for a while
I had to put the subtext on.
I thought she was calling him Mopar, and I'm like, that can't be right. Who named their dog Mopar?
Yeah, I think it is Boomer. Before Boomer was another thing.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Back when it applied to almost cannons exclusively.
Any kind of explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're meeting the president. He's not exactly getting the greatest approval ratings because he's kind of changed what his campaign was run on, and
Which is like every president ever.
exactly.
We're going to do all of these things. And then they get in there and realize, oh, wait, we can't. Well,
Shucks.
Yep. The first lady is out of town. She's in Los Angeles, I believe, for some kind of conference or speaking engagement that she's got to deal with, and she doesn't want to fly away right away. She didn't want to come back at that time. What kind of sense of panic would it show me leaving and stuff like that? That makes sense. I mean, when it comes to me, just thinking about favorite characters, though, for me, it's David. I think David is probably my favorite character on that. Because there's just so many lines and scenes and interactions that he's in that...
Yeah, I mean, it's Jeff Goldblum. What's not?
Exactly.
I mean, like I said, probably Brent Spiner is my favorite person in it.
Yeah, I
But
get that.
Judd Hirsch is
He's
right up there too. Because he's so natural. Because the ad-libbing, so natural, just flies on out.
Yeah. Apparently there was a lot of improvisation in
Yeah.
this. Maybe between Jeff and Judd, and definitely Jeff and Will.
Yeah.
A lot of improv.
And it's one of those things like watching it, you would assume that because they're very wordy scenes. but they're not overly wordy. It just, it really comes across like,
More natural.
yeah, like two dudes. In one case, it's father-son who kind of have a history, so they kind of have this banter. Then you have the two dudes who grudgingly have to, kind of like a buddy cop thing,
Yeah.
very quickly bond over the situation they're in. But yeah, it comes across very natural.
Trying to find humor in the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the introduction to Russell is it's pretty good as well.
It comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, because you're
It's
going through
very
all the
odd.
serious, the next thing you know, you're out in kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, flatlands of nowhere.
Right. You know, the kids are watching the stuff on TV. One of the farmers or whatever comes up with all these crops, and Miguel's like, "Oh no," because he knows what's happened. And the guy throws all these crops down. You know, if your dad's not over to, do the fertilizer, do whatever with the crops, and you're gonna find someone else.
I like the way that guy delivers his lines. I have no idea who he is, but he comes across like he's upset, but he's also sorry that he would have to do that.
He's understanding of the situation.
Yeah.
He's trying to say, "Hey, I want you to keep my business."
Yeah. It's like this isn't the first time. This is kind of the last straw, but he's very disappointed, I guess.
Yeah. It's
One of those small bit parts that pretty good.
yeah. I mean, it fits well. It's some compassion and understanding there. It's
Not
one-
just angry yelling and
right. Typical what you
yeah.
would expect. Mm-hmm. Then it cuts to Miguel riding the motorcycle, and Russell comes flying by and dusts the wrong set of crops.
and he's so proud of himself
Right.
until he finds it out.
Right. He lands and kind of almost falls out of the airplane. Hey, what's up, boy?
Are you sure?
You're right. And he just, Miguel just kind of shakes his head and rides off. He pops open his flask. Another big swig.
What else can you do?
Right. Yeah. Oh, gosh. So what were some of your favorite scenes and quotes and things like that?
I mean, again, it's easily when they're in that office and Jeff Goldblum just kind of goes nuts.
Yeah, right. He's
Throwing
hammered.
stuff he's hammered. Throwing stuff everywhere. We got to destroy the planet.
Yeah.
We got to make them go away.
My whole life was wrong. For me, one of the things that stands out is, after Judd and Jeff have their kind of interaction on Air Force One, they're buckled in the seats, and apparently Jeff Goldblum's got an issue with motion sickness, or his character David. He's like, you go front and back and up and down, and then Jeff gets up and walks away. They go throw up or something. So Julius is talking with Connie. He said, he still loves you. There's still love there. I think she says, love was never the issue. And Julius is like, all you need is love. John Lennon, smart man, shot in the back. That's sad.
I love that. That is such a great line.
How sad. It's great. It was a great line as a Beatles fan, and so I was like, oh, that's...
You could definitely see his thought process of he wants to get the quote out and say who did it, and then it brings up another thought. Oh wait, he was shot in the back. Oh yeah, that was very sad.
Yeah.
It's like he's thinking he's thinking out loud.
It's like, oh, I've got this great comparison. Oh, very sad.
Yeah. I gotta say, this movie has... I don't know that there's a name for this either, but it's the "oh crap, I know I'm dead" moment. Mm-hmm. And I mean, Harvey Firestein's got it up. Oh crap!
Right, he's just sitting in his car. I mean, just with him on his phone to his mom.
Me.
Go to whatever aunt so and so's and stuff like that.
And she doesn't want to go.
Right. Just like, and I gotta call my lawyer. Nah, fuck my lawyer.
Which I found out that is what he originally said.
Right.
But they dubbed over forget. But if you look, they didn't reshoot it. His mouth does not say forget. I mean, because they were so intent on getting a PG-13, they didn't want to do anything to jeopardize it. But man, that would have been even a funnier line. Though.
Right.
If only they would have been a little more lenient back then.
Yeah. Well, think of it this way. This was a year before Titanic.
Oh.
Yeah, because Titanic was 97.
Yeah. So, I mean, I gather it depends on a number of factors, the context in which you use it in, the number of times you use it in, and how big of a movie it is.
Yeah. I know to reach certain ratings, you had to, you can only go up to this many of this or this many of that.
Yeah, it's like with that word, I think you can use it once in a PG-13 as long as it's not used in a sexual manner.
Yeah.
And I think there's another thing that has to do with it too. But even then, just because if you're like James Cameron, you'll probably get away with it easier than you will with a guy making his first movie.
Yeah, very, very true.
But yeah, just clearly they didn't want to even mess with that in this. We want everyone to see this.
Yeah.
It worked.
It sure did.
It did. So what about you, Brad? What are some of your favorite scenes or quotes? And
Well, I mean, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Jeff Goldblum's "Must Go Faster, Must Go Faster."
Right.
What? Not 2.
3
3
years.
years after Jurassic Park.
And they used it knowingly.
Knowing. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it
was
was-
not an accident
Nope.
or no.
was
They knew what
perfect.
they were doing.
They knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, during the escape scene of trying to get out of the mothership.
Will Smith's one-liners are pretty great, too.
Yes, they are.
Welcome to Earth.
That's what I call a close encounter.
No, sir, I just can't wait to get up there and kick E.T.'s ass.
Right. You'll get your chance, soldier.
That's
You'll
what-
all get your chance.
That's one of those moments that I also like. It took me many watchings for it to really sink in. Like, they're chastising Brent Spiner's character because he's very excited and they're like, people are dying out there. That's that same scene, but there's no chastising. They're like, I can't wait to get up there, and they're ha 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 ha. They're like, people are dying out there, and you're joking. Like it. I get that it's like a rah hurrah moment, but it's still like
Maybe it's that, like,
it's a little odd.
I was going to say, maybe it's that military kind of ha 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 stuff because you're laughing in the face
is.
of danger kind
Yeah,
of thing.
it totally is. But it took me many viewings before I'm like, well, wait a second. This isn't supposed to be like a funny moment. We're doing a duty because people are dying. But it wouldn't be as fun of a movie without it.
Right. Yeah, the relationship between Hiller and his buddy.
Harry Connick Jr.'s,
Yeah.
whatever his name is.
Jimmy Wilder.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, they had a pretty great little relationship there, friendship, that I thought was really good, especially in that locker room scene and stuff. Like, he kind of gets down and like he's acting like he's going to propose, and the other guy walks in the back. And he's like, "Whoa, whoa!" And just turns and walks away.
I don't know if that scene still plays the same way it did in '96.
Yeah, I keep trying to figure that one out.
It's, to me, straight white male. It's still kind of funny.
Well, it's also funny because us, that age,
Absolutely.
where
Yep.
it's a traditional comedic moment where somebody's doing something and a guy walks out and like, whoop, sorry. Like
And it's like, oh no, it's not like that.
yeah, and
Right.
it's a very old style of comedy.
It works though.
Kind of like Three's Company, for example.
Oh yeah, yeah, they did a
Huge.
lot of that.
Yeah. With John Ritter and Don Knotts. I mean, there was so much of that good stuff there. You know, there's one scene with John Ritter and Don Knotts sitting on the couch, whatever, and you know, Furley's like, "So, broke up with you?" Yeah, and Jack kind of leans in a little bit. It's like, yeah, because Jack Tripper's supposed to be gay, and you know that's the only way you could stay with the two women and the roommates. And great show, check it out.
I also enjoy Russell whenever he uses the airplane line. Quick to hell of a day to quit drinking. Mm-hmm. Which every time I'm like, oh my god, it's airplane. Mm-hmm. Quick, picked a hell of a day to quit sniffing glue.
I mean, the scene in the diner is classic. I mean, it's got the perfect music to play into the scene, and you know, he's just sitting there, kind of just getting hammered and eating. He's about to pass out, and then the numbskulls come in and start giving him trouble. So, when you went up in that spaceship, did they do any sexual things to you? Just kind of laughing.
That was, for a long time, the stereotypical alien abduction. Like, oh, you got probed, huh?
Yep. I mean, that's the first episode of South Park. Hartman gets an anal probe.
Yeah. I mean, I remember one of the first Family Guy episodes where they did the Y2K thing, and the Earth blows up, and then they're inside the spaceship, and you see two aliens watching, and they're like, yep, they finally did it. And then you see a naked guy walk into frame with something hanging out his butt, and he's like, what, did I miss something?
Oh, boy. Yeah, and then you see that one guy that was giving him trouble and when he's being interviewed later. Yeah. They did things to him. Sexual things.
Yes.
And the guy sitting to his left just kind of giving that look, like, shaking his head. Sure did. Jeez. I mean, Russell is a great character, though, for this. You know, because he's pretty adamant that he was abducted by aliens like 10 years ago or something like that.
Sure you were.
All right.
And is very much wanting to get some payback.
A little payback, yep.
If for no other reason, to prove to everyone else that it's legit.
Right. Oh, gosh. Yeah, like we were saying with Jeff Goldblum, Will Smith, some just beautiful dialogue, especially, you know, before they take off. So, you think you can fly that thing? You think you can do all that shit you said?
Two dudes sizing each other up.
Right. You believe in all that shit you said? Like, that's great. You know, and then they get all strapped in to take off or whatever, and, you know, he kind of backs into the like garage or hangar or whatever that they're in, and
Oh, it's backwards.
right, so he flips the, you know, got to invert his controls.
Yeah.
And they take off, and he's kind of like spinning around, and of course Goldblum isn't big on flying, so he's got because Julius gave him some vomit bags before he thought, take these, you might need these. Like, you know, none of the barrels, and stop doing that. Just getting a feel for it.
Look, no hands.
Right. Nope. Hands. And then they get in there, and then they, you know, get connected. I just love how whenever they do submit upload the virus or whatever, you know, it's a little Jolly Roger kind of thing that starts laughing at the alien. Like, that was good. Kind of reminds me of like old Nintendo games with that creepy laugh.
Mm.
Yep.
I will say the idea of it's like my one side of the brain is like, oh, but virus, and how does that work? And that's just what. But then there's the other side of my brain that's like, it's a nice homage to the original War of the Worlds, where that's how they took out the aliens. Was a virus killed them?
Yeah.
Not a computer virus,
An actual.
an actual virus, because they weren't adapted to our bacteria and things on this planet.
And they kind of alluded to that, though,
Which is kinda nice.
This. Yeah, that we're gonna give it a cold.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it kind of hits you over the head with it,
Right.
but it's a nice little kind of homage to the old War of the Worlds story.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice how they kind of intertwined a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, in that same scene that I was talking about earlier, where Goldblum, goes a little
Jeff Bloom Gold.
yeah, he goes a little nuts and he's drunk and he's sitting on the floor, and his dad comes over. He's like, "Come on, get off the floor. You'll catch a cold." And he's like, "Wait, what'd you just say? Say that again." You'll catch a cold.
And he starts grabbing his head, and then the way he doesn't just grab his head. He puts his hand on his head, and then he twists his hand about 90 degrees. And I remember watching a thing where they said that the reason he does that is to insinuate he's putting on his thinking cap.
Okay. Just like screwing it on or something.
I guess. But whenever, I don't know if I started doing this because of this or if I do this just because of me. But sometimes if I have like a really bad headache, I will like lean back on a couch and I will hold
twist
my
your
head
hand.
that same way. And I don't think it helps anything, but it certainly doesn't hurt.
It's only weird if it doesn't.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
David's like, "You're a genius." What I do? What I say? That's how they figure out that that's what they're gonna do. Now it's just trying to get out. We mentioned go faster, must go faster, and stuff like that. Just how they're sitting there and getting ready to try to get out. It's like, can you get us? We got 30 seconds. Can you get us out of here? I haven't heard the fat lady sing. It's like, forget the fat lady. You're obsessed with the fat lady. Drive us out of here. You're obsessed with the fat lady. I mean, there was so many different fun facts and trivia to this
There's a ton.
as well. Yeah. Apparently, the advertising campaign, which we'll probably try to play a couple commercials here in a little bit, was about $24 million. That's a significant chunk of change. I was kind of surprised to read about KY jelly used to give the aliens a slimy appearance.
That'd be the stuff to do it.
Yeah, because I mean, out in Bonneville Salt Flats or whatever, desert, heat, sun, trying to make sure that the aliens still look slimy. Apparently, KY evaporates quickly or absorbs quickly whatever. Which, I mean, that's a great scene too. After Hiller is being chased by the alien, the flying, and his best buddy has been killed, and crashes, and he gets down. He's all pumped up. He's got the parachute behind him, and it's kind of holding him back. Get off me! Get off me! He cuts the line or whatever, and he's dragging it through the desert. He's like, and what is that damn smell? And that was ad-libbed.
Yeah,
Supposedly.
because there was a real smell.
Yeah, because of the little micro shrimp or whatever.
Yeah, like the brine shrimp in the salt flats
Yeah, that just
dries
sitting out there
up,
baking,
and bakes, and there's wafting, and nobody told him that.
right?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, and apparently dealt with a lot of sunburns too,
Oh yeah, yeah,
being out there.
yeah. I gathered it was pretty hot out there.
A little toasty.
Yeah, that 30-second countdown towards the end of the movie took up approximately 93 seconds of screen time.
How often does that happen?
Oh yeah.
Frequently.
Pretty often.
like you mentioned about the U.S. military. I mean, that's still pretty interesting how they had agreed, apparently, to help support the film and allow the crew to film at different military bases until they caught wind of Area 51 being mentioned in the...
Oh, you're doing aliens and...
Like,
Nope.
Nope.
I mean, apparently Robert Loggia kind of had a similar thing where he thought that it was a spoof movie because somebody recommended, like, for your character, you need to watch Airport and model after that. But he'd never seen Airport and picked up Airplane.
Right, to rent to
And
watch.
so he thought that, I'm not going to do this movie. This is a stupid
Yeah,
movie.
he was apparently pretty pissed.
Yeah.
And didn't want to get out of his trailer or whatever.
Robert Loggia.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty wild that the script was written in about 4 weeks. Pretty quick.
Yeah, that's quite the turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked about 72 days shooting.
Yes. Yeah, that's...
For all these special effects?
Yeah.
Yowza.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to be fair, there's a lot of post-production kind of stuff that
Yeah, that's...
went into that.
Oh, sure.
That's
So
not start to finish films.
72 seems
And-
reasonable.
Think of all the, especially you got 3 of the main characters ad-libbing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Ad-libbing takes up a lot of time.
Yep.
All right.
Unless you, I mean, it's rare you're going to get the magic moment right away.
Right, you nail the perfect improv. Like, oh, that works.
Depends
Yeah.
on the person, the scene, the time of day, all those things.
Yeah, there's a
keep
lot
that
of
one.
stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting about Matthew Broderick being offered the role of David.
That would have been a much different movie.
And I think a
Yeah.
less enjoyable.
Yeah.
Much less enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing against him,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't see it.
Right. But he turned the role down due scheduling conflicts. Which then he obviously got to work with Roland Emmerich on Godzilla. So,
Oh, boy.
and we saw what happened with that. About the visual effect that was used for the alien ray gun exploding. Supposedly the same footage of that of the Empire State Building exploding, but turned upside down. Like, huh. Okay.
It's like the, whenever they do the welcome wagon, the helicopters explode.
Yep.
Apparently that was an accident on set, and they just used the footage of it on fire falling. I forget what the accident was, but it wasn't supposed... Whatever it was, wasn't supposed to happen the way it was, and it just kind of exploded, and then all the pieces fell, and they're like, oh,
Keep it.
keep it. It looks like the helicopter is falling. Okay, well, let's do that.
Yeah. So Emmerich was presented with 2 alien designs by the people coming up with the idea for the design of the aliens, and he liked both. So he came up with the idea that one was the exosuit, and the other was the actual alien inside.
I kind of love that idea.
Right.
Like a biomechanical suit on the outside because they're soft and squishy on the inside.
I remember as a kid, I really liked the exosuit design because it looked real creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The interior one, I thought it was
Yeah, it looked
meh,
kind of odd.
pretty stereotypical.
Mm.
But the exosuit with it, I thought
the
that was
tentacles,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, this is really cool.
Yeah. I mean, once you see that first kind of visual inside, quote unquote, the vault or whatever it is that they called it, you know, you see the 3 in the, you know, containers of fluid.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, ugh.
Very aliens-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also,
imagine one.
also like whenever they're doing the autopsy thing and they're trying to cut open, and this comes the really icky part.
just let me get in there. It's
Or when they cut it open and it goes whoosh.
Yeah.
And it scares the whole...
yeah, fair.
I love that moment.
Because it seems like they weren't expecting that.
Yeah.
Because the ones that they have in the tubes on the other side of the glass, they're intact.
Mm-hmm.
They're not split open or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. It was kind of, it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then, you know, the one kind of scientist or whatever sees the hand moving. And the next thing you know, it's making all the little noises that's, really hurting their heads and all that because of the pitch. And then it just kills pretty much everybody in there.
Mm-hmm.
Although I guess it doesn't really, if Oaken can come back in Resurgence.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I thought he died in the movie.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Right. It
And
looked
then-
like it.
Yeah. And I guess in Resurgence he was in a coma the whole time because of that.
I guess.
And then wakes up. But it's not totally unprecedented because Malcolm died in Jurassic Park, the book,
Yeah.
and then comes back and he's the main guy in Lost World. So it happens.
Movie magic.
Anything's possible.
Yeah.
No one's ever really gone.
Apparently not.
What is this, a superhero movie?
Yeah. Yeah, but the scene where President Whitmore finally comes to realization, we've got to nuke the bastards. Because he realizes, I saw what they were wanting to do and just all that stuff. And they're like locusts. They go from planet to planet and strip it of its resources and then move on. And we're next.
Well, it's like, I can't remember which sci-fi writer said it, but he said that if there is a technology available for a species to be able to traverse the stars in such a manner, how would they look upon life on a planet that doesn't have that capability? They'd probably look at it the way we look at ants.
Mm-hmm.
So inconsequential, just who cares?
Right. We need what you got.
Yeah, like you've got the stuff.
We're better than you.
We're way better than you, so whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hence, we're all the, oh my God, the Americans are ready to attack. They figured out how to.
What are they planning to do?
Right.
Only America can save the world.
Right. And that's. Yeah. No. Almost got sucked in, not doing it. But no, it was just.
That's another podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Utilizing Morse code, I thought was pretty cool because their main line of communication was been kind of shut down because of the satellites being taken over.
And that's another thing that I have where it's like, if you're that technologically advanced, why would you need to hack into a satellite system?
Right, and that's actually, I thought,
Like,
yeah.
that,
I mean, unless they somehow know that that's like communication and they're just knocking it out.
Yeah, because they communicate telepathically.
Just no. I know that.
Yeah.
I mean, knocking it out for us so we
Right.
can't communicate.
Right, no, I get it.
I just thought of that line in episode 1, Phantom Menace. Communication disruption can only mean one thing: invasion.
Yeah.
But they did disrupt before they invaded. They used it to communicate because line of sight around the planet.
Right.
You mean they don't have? They couldn't take one of their little Star Wars ships and spacecraft and go out there to use it as a relay around? No.
Nope.
No.
Apparently not.
Nope.
Yeah, the term ID4 was...
I've been wondering about that for a long time.
Because you would see ID4 used a lot.
Yeah, that was a big part of the advertising. Still is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was just because of trying to get the rights to use the name Independence Day, which was Warner Brothers had those rights.
It's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Which is why they added in the last line of the president's speech about today is our Independence Day. They were kind of hoping that they would see that and be like, "Oh, we need to fight harder for that title," which they did then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the things. There's a number of things too that just don't really fit in. with this.
One of these things just doesn't belong here.
Yeah, it's like you watch, like we mentioned before, if you watch this on the HD TVs and 4K. I mean, the whole dog scene running into trying to avoid getting burned by the fire as they decide to veer into the, in that tunnel compartment.
I just assume it was like a maintenance hatch or room or something.
Yeah, she kicks open the door.
That doesn't happen.
No. And the dog just, jumps car to car or whatever, then makes that final leap just in time as the flames roll by behind it. It's like, yeah, it looked a little fake.
Just a little.
And,
a little.
I mean, that's not even including, like, the realistic elements of if you have this giant fireball. There's so many things that I just assume would happen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that, for number one, it takes a lot of oxygen. So, number two, it's really hot going by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably.
And the fire wouldn't come into that room anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I have so many questions. Yeah. But it's one of those scenes that the people in the theaters can, hooray, the doggy made it.
Mm-hmm.
Tense moment.
Yeah.
Right. No animals were harmed in the filming of this picture.
Mopar made it. I mean, Boomer made it.
Yeah, we kind of mentioned the U.S. is the only one that can apparently figure out this alien threat.
That's why I'm surprised it played as well as it did in so many places. I gather they just are so used to American movies doing that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That they're just like, but it's aliens.
Yep. It's crazy Americans. Yeah, and letting the president actually fly the jet. I mean, I get the whole aspect, he wants to stay above ground. He doesn't want to go into the shelters and stuff like that. It sends a kind of a bad signal.
It's a very Captain Kirk moment where it's like the captain has to beam down to the planet, even though it's very dangerous. And
Right.
what happens if the captain dies?
General Washington kind of thing.
Yeah, we're gonna go into battle. We're gonna lead the charge. Like,
Right.
bro, you're leading the country.
If you die, that's bad.
Yeah, like line of secession, because they'd already established how much of the government has died. I mean, the Joint Chiefs are gone. I think the vice president was gone.
Yeah, most of the cabinet.
Yeah,
I mean, other than the ones that traveled with him to escape from Washington.
yeah. I mean, but you're at a certain point, you're probably going to end up with your little Weasley Secretary of Defense going into power here.
Yeah. But yeah, much less getting into the plane to, I'm a fighter pilot. I need to be up there.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
It's also, I find it curious. You don't see many movies in general, but especially movies of this type where the president is as young as he is.
True.
Most of them are a bit older.
Yeah.
Which is how they usually are.
Yeah, it's a JFK situation.
Yeah. I mean, I don't... Part of me wants to believe that JFK would have done something like that, but on the other hand, knowing as beat up as he was physically,
Health-wise, yeah.
he probably couldn't have, even if he wanted to.
Right. Yeah, it was kind of a struggle for him just to get out of bed and walk around.
Right. I don't know. I kind of think it'd be funny to see like a 70-year-old president in this movie I want to fly one more time.
Right.
See, now that, again, leaning into a more silly movie, not taking itself as seriously, that would be amazing.
70. Why not 80?
Exactly. Guy with a walker just throws the walker aside. I need to get up there with and protect us.
I'm cured.
Like George Bush in his 90s. Parachuting. Skydiving.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it could be as simple as George W. Bush walking on with his flight suit on the aircraft carrier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every time I think of that, I think Robot Chicken.
Yeah. No, I mean, I also like that scene too. You know, there's again kind of getting back into different scenes with when everybody's kind of, you know, panicking, praying, stuff like that. You know, they rushed everybody inside. They're all in that little, I guess, like that was the first room that you saw at Area 51. You know, they got everybody got brought in when the aliens come and attack the area. You know, Julius is kind of preaching or whatever, and you know, trying to calm everybody down. And the Secretary of Defense sits up next to him and is like, "I'm not Jewish. Nobody's perfect."
Yeah.
Thought just came to mind. They kind of correctly predicted that Area 51, like, we're gonna storm it.
Storm the 51.
Yeah.
There was a whole lot of those dudes in the movie. Just
It was,
RVs.
I
And
think I remember them saying it was like 170 different trucks and RVs and stuff. That's a lot.
Right.
I do like in here, you could definitely tell which RV was Russell's because it's dragging a biplane behind it.
Yeah, it's pulling the red plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a heck of a redemption, though. You know, sticking up for the youngest child, or the youngest boy, who was apparently sick and didn't want to deal with the medicine. He threw it down and broke it, you know, 'cause, you know, can't afford it. And he was tired of the medicine. He was just really mad. But, you know, he's kind of getting up in the, you know, soldiers' faces. You know, my son needs medical attention or whatever. And, you know, they end up giving him the medical attention. Like, oh, go ahead and take the alien inside and you go deal with that. Like, okay. And then the only thing that they really used the girl for was, you know, it could be our last day on Earth. Don't want to die a virgin.
Which I swear comes out of Airplane. Because there was the one girl who would, I think it's Airplane 2 that they would do this. And there was a girl in the play and she's like, you know, I've never really done this before. And I've never really been with a man before, but I don't want to die a virgin. And then like it would cut back like 10 minutes later and you see her talking to somebody else and she's slightly more disheveled. And then it cuts back to her again and she's very disheveled. And then the next time it close up on her and then it pulls back and you see she's talking to a horse.
Oh.
I mean, it's just, it got more and more ridiculous, but she gave that same speech to so many people. And so every time I see that, I think, oh my God, Airplane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then they kind of do that again a little bit later in the film too. You know, they're both, this boy and the girl were next to each other. This could be last day on Earth. Don't want to die a virgin. And, you know, apparently he was too. Like, oh, okay. So you just let her know that you weren't as fancy as you like to wanted her to think, huh? No, I mean, visual effects, just seeing all the planes fighting and all that stuff.
From what I gather,
fights were good.
All of those the only plane that was not CG was the crop duster. Apparently all the rest of them were CG.
Yeah, which
shocks me.
I didn't realize that, but if you think about it, I guess it makes a little bit of sense.
I mean, I just figured especially finding out how many models were used in the movie, I just assumed they would have been too. Mm-hmm. That's not even including the jets.
Now, they do that one scene in like the middle of the movie where they have that tank sitting there and they've got is it the B-2 that flies in and like nukes the spaceship, but nothing happens because the shield's up, right? I was thinking about that. Like, the B-2 is a really neat ship.
Yes.
But like the one that kind of predates that, which actually as of a couple of days ago was like its first flight or launch was the Lockheed F-117 Nighthawk,
the stealth fighter.
Man, that's also another really really neat plane.
I remember once when I think I was in third grade and I was over at the one kid's house. He had like a birthday party and a whole bunch of us were out back, and it was at night and everything's kind of winding down, and there were a few of us just laying out on his trampoline looking up at the stars, I guess, as you do. And we see something in the distance coming, and it had a light on it. And of course, oh my God, it's a UFO, it's aliens. And it came up closer, and it was a triangle, and it flew right over. And it was fairly low, too. Did not make a sound. Completely silent. And I'm like, we saw a UFO. We saw a UFO. And it was like a week or two later, I was watching something on TV, and they were talking about the stealth fighter. And I'm like, that's what it was. So I actually saw one of those fly overhead. And yeah, when they say stealth, they're not joking.
Yeah.
Did not make a sound. And it was not very high up. It was not even 1,000 feet up. It was very low.
How many of those do you think have flown over with people not knowing what's going on?
Right.
And people thinking, oh my God, it's aliens.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Because that was whenever they were, announced. Because I think the first time they were shown in public was during the first Gulf War. Prior to that, they're working on them. They're out there testing them, but they're disallowing knowledge of them.
Yeah, it's like how many flew overhead that unless you were looking up, you wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah, unless they had their lights on, you would not have seen it.
Yeah, it's like, sitting inside a house, sometimes you can hear jet planes flying by.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, as we record this, I think I just
Right, I thought I was hearing
briefly
something.
heard one.
Yeah, I have a lot of them that fly overhead.
Well, we're kind of...
Plus, I'm very close to the hospital, so you get a lot of helicopters.
Oh, yeah. I mean, between that and, airport's not that far away.
Mm-hmm. Yep, quite a few of them come overhead and then make that turn for final approach right close to here.
Yeah, apparently whenever they were giving the president's speech that was done in front of the hangar that had once held the plane that dropped the bomb on Japan.
The Enola Gay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's a pretty neat little
tidbit trivia there.
Also, another nerdy little tidbit is the Morse code of the drum beat at the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm like, there's no way. I went back and re-listened to it, and I'm like, I guess it is. For those that don't know, the drum beat spells out D-I-E in Morse code. Die. Which is also what the alien says.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Die. Yeah, I mean, that whole scene was really well done. And, as they call it, the freak show.
And me, the horror fan,
yeah,
that little sequence that's nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. President saying, we can coexist, can there be peace or whatever? And the alien responds, I guess that one is speaking for the entire race. No peace. No peace.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when it starts doing the stuff and messing with his head. And which, when he did that, it only affected the president, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a direct target for him.
Is that glass bulletproof? No, sir.
It's like, well, I guess it's a good thing the alien didn't realize it wasn't bulletproof, or was, so that he could have escaped. But yeah, so the Baldwin brother puts a couple rounds into him, and a few other people shoot the alien, flies it back, and then he goes in and puts a couple more in it just for good measure at the end.
Kill it till it's dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, make sure. No, I've probably seen this movie 5-6 times.
Oh, yeah. I can't count the number of times.
I don't think I can either.
When I was a kid, I loved this movie.
Yep.
And it wasn't really until probably the last 10 years that I kind of started drifting away.
I mean, that's totally fair.
Like I said, I still love the first half.
Well, I
I love the build-up.
There's a lot of movies that you see at the moment when it's released, and you're like, oh, that was pretty good. I liked that movie. And the more you watch it, more time that passes, it's like, well, it doesn't really age so well. Or, well, I don't
My
really
tastes
feel
have
the
changed
same.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I will say the one thing that this movie has going for it that is sort of lost these days. Not completely, but a little bit. I kind of look at this movie as like the second age of the summer blockbuster. Like Jaws started the first.
Yeah.
This to me kind of brought in the second, where it was really big,
Monster.
kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Monster
movies.
explosions, end of the world. Like it's, but they were all very optimistic.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to end on a happy note. Things are going to get better. We accomplished the thing.
That's the 90s, baby.
And now it's, and now it's very brooding. And
Well,
it's not quite as, you don't have people, hooray, at the end quite as much
Right.
with
Yeah,
the
'cause-
summer blockbusters.
Because Jurassic Park definitely wasn't, in my opinion, was not a hooray at the end.
No, it was just
They
like,
were just lucky we got out.
yeah,
alive.
we got out. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Aliens, same thing. Not a really big hooray because there's like 3 people left
yeah.
out of everyone that went.
And Jaws even.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, just left end up with 2.
yeah, we survived, but at
Yeah.
least we did the thing.
Right.
Yeah, this was, it's very 90s where it's like, hooray, everything's better now.
Everything worked out perfect. America wins again.
Everyone must turn to us because only we can figure it out.
Right.
America! Fuck yeah!
Yeah. Team America, World Police.
There's no more missiles left. The drunkard will figure it out.
Right.
Yankee ingenuity.
I've got one, sir. Pilot, who are you? Russell Case, sir.
Got some unfinished business.
Yep. And of course, his missile won't fire.
Jams.
It's just conveniently jammed.
Yes.
Tell my kids I love them.
I mean, I'll take it a step farther and say that if you have these giant 15-mile wide spaceships that can destroy entire huge metropolitan areas
Just one. Pew.
in one blow, and you have these shields where nothing can penetrate them, not even nuclear arms, why do you need to send out all these little fighter things if for no other reason than to have a Star Wars battle?
Right. Yeah, because if it didn't.
That's the only reason they had them in there.
Right, because if the virus would not have worked, all those ships are gone.
Yes.
President gone.
Yes.
All the remaining pilots that you could find and scrounge up gone. Last ditch effort.
Yeah. And the one thing that I want to question, but at the same time, I see it from the other side. If you've got this virus that can lower shields, why can't you just have a virus that tells them to self-destruct?
Or brings the ships down
Or
anyway.
sends them away, or crashes them into each other, or puts them to sleep, or
Mars attacks.
the answer to that is you don't have a movie.
Correct.
Not as cool.
You don't have a great ending to a movie. So for writing perspective, you can't really do that. Number 2, it's the same answer for going Star Trek nerd again, Best of Both Worlds, where how do you defeat the Borg? You put them to sleep. You could send them back. You could self-destruct. You put them to sleep. Why? It's
Humane.
story reason.
Right. It's humane.
It's better story.
right.
It's not what you would probably do in that situation if you could.
If we put them to sleep, they can come back for another movie.
Yeah, like if you put down the shields, we can still have our Star Wars battle.
Yep.
It's a climax of the movie. You want lots of explosions,
And there were.
and there were.
Yeah.
Hey, Will Smith told us there'd be fireworks.
Yeah,
I'm back.
unlike the one Doctor Who episode, where that's not snow. Yeah, we'll save that for another day. If you know, you know.
Yeah, and I look forward to probably revisiting this in another 5 or 10 years. It's a great summer movie to just kick back. It's 105 outside. And
I will say vastly superior than... Wait, no, never mind. There is no sequel.
What sequel?
Exactly.
There's only 3 Indiana Jones movies.
Right. Yeah.
No more.
and how many Jurassic Park films are there?
1.5.
That gets yeah.
Gets a little dicey.
That one gets a little muddy.
Okay. Fair enough.
Depends what day you ask me.
Yeah, that's yeah.
There are no more than 4.
Okay. All right, but yeah, feel free to share your thoughts on Independence Day, and I guess if you've heard that there was anything else after Independence Day, let us know what you thought of that as well.
Or if you played the video game,
Right, which
we didn't
that's
mention.
on a video game that was pretty...
Not great.
Also, when they were doing the toy line, I do remember like each toy would get a floppy disk, and it had the ID4 on it.
Oh.
And you'd put it into the computer, and there'd be like a mini game or like a wallpapers and stuff that you could grab off of it.
Right.
I
Yeah,
did not
remember-
know those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. I never had any of the toys. I don't even really recall seeing them in stores.
I don't.
But I wasn't looking
quite-
for toys in
I
'96
don't
either.
quite remember seeing them in stores per se. I remember my cousin getting like 1 or 2 of them, and that was like the extent. We never had anything past that.
Yeah.
We're more of a aliens.
Sure.
Yeah.
Aliens family.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just let us know what your thoughts are on Independence Day and anything else that you would like us to talk about in the future. It's been fun, as well, as always. Not really much else that I can really think of here before we wrap this thing up. I don't know if you guys have anything left that you would want to mention. Insert Cricket's theme.
Yeah.
Cricket. No. But again, back to the past podcast, Independence Day, just in time for July 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Independence Day.
Gonna be a lot of food and otherwise. I have to look up a guide on how to take cool pictures of fireworks with the new camera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just make sure, folks, to be safe, be well.
A lot of injuries.
Yep.
I won't be shooting off anything. I've lived that and I've survived.
Yep. Been there, done that. All good. So, that does it. Appreciate you all for listening. Please tell a friend and spread the word. Let us know via the links that you find in our show notes to join with us. That does it for this episode. So, guess we'll see you next time when we get back from the past.
I saw his thoughts. I saw what they're planning to do. They're like locusts. They're moving from planet to planet. Their whole civilization. After they've consumed every natural resource, they move on. And we're next. Newcomb. Let's nuke the bastards.
Pilot, you armed? Armed and ready, sir. I'm packing.
Who is that guy?
Put him on speaker.
Pilot, identify yourself.
It's me, Russell Case, sir. I told you I wouldn't let you down. Just keep those guys off me for a few more seconds, will ya?
Okay, Echo 9er, Echo 7. Take flanking positions. I want you to look after this guy, okay?
All right, boys. Let's give Mr. Case some cover. Gentlemen, let's plow the road.
We'll draw him up and it'll be all yours.
Look out! Coming through! I've got tone. Eagle 20. Box 2. Eagle 20. Box 2. It's jammed. It won't fire. Do me a favor. Tell my children I love them very much. All right, you alien assholes. In the words of my generation, up yours!
Dad, what's he doing?
Come on, baby. Come on, baby, come on.
Good luck, buddy.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
Delta Airlines just turned 100 and is already shaping the next century of flight with the Delta Sustainable Skies Lab. Here, they're building the future of flight. Think electric air taxis and next-gen aircraft aiming to cut fuel burn significantly. And this isn't just future talk. Today, their fleet of Boeing 737s have marine-like finlets designed to reshape airflow that reduces drag. The future of travel is more sustainable, and Delta's leading the way. Learn more at delta.com/sustainability.